Hey chat. Hello. James, why did you redeem ad time just as the stream starts? I don't even have a button set up for that, so you're lucky. Oh, hello, lovely. Why are you awake? Shouldn't you be asleep? Are you not sleeping today? I mean, I'm glad you're here, but... Nope. Are you just sat at the window watching for my grandmother in bird form? Try to sleep, skip my nap so I can sleep better at night. That is sensible. That is sensible. I'm trying to think, if my nan had become a heron, which was her bird, hence why it's a tattoo on my arm, would she try and eat your fish? I was never old enough with my nan to, like, figure out how she would want me to be as a person. You know, everything connected to that. So I don't know if she'd be a dick to you specifically. Like, judging by my mother, probably. Probably. If my nan was like my mother, I mean, my mother got a lot of her ways from her, then probably, because I'm obviously, you know, I don't have like 7 grandchildren. I'm pretty sure that's all old people cared about for the longest time. So he's saying you can send Hero after it? You could send Hero after it if Hero could actually manage to see it. Like, my permission or no doesn't matter. He, I mean, like, how many times do we walk him and I mean, obviously you walk him a lot more when I'm not there. Does he just not see a cat when it's right in front of him? And I know dogs have limited color vision, but 1, he has a fucking nose. And 2, like, there's just, the cats are just like, and he has no idea. No idea. Oh yeah, I was gonna, because I'm not playing anything today, because I gotta see how streaming goes with one ear. It's not like it's impossible, and everything else is pretty normal. But I'm gonna use today as a testing bed. It seems fine. I don't really have anything coming through. The only thing that I've just realized is not really a problem, but is a thing, is that I have my sound alerts when you redeem stuff come out of my monitor. My monitor is on my right-hand side, so I don't know if I'll miss stuff. Let me try playing stuff. I don't know how easy it is to hear.
Zip,
Wow,
zip.
that was quite quiet. Let me see. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to crank it up on the monitor. I don't think that was too... It's quite quiet for me. Where the frig is the button? Thank you for that, Tough. Where's the button? Can't see it. This one? Okay, I doubled it. See how that goes. That seems loud enough that I should hear it. I don't know if it even came through. Wait, why is it muted on the stream? Or is it now coming through Wavelink? Where's Wavelink? There it is. That coming through okay? Yeah. That's fine. We good. Okay, I can hear that, so that's not a problem. That's one thing down. Oh, I can't see chat anymore. Help. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to look at, which I keep forgetting to look at, is the thing where you can upload pictures and sounds for subs. So James can come in here and troll me like he likes to do with his own picture and sound and stuff. But I don't know how that works. And I've also forgotten what it was called. So it's a good start, really. I do not troll you. I mean, like, sort of lightly you do. But then I guess you don't necessarily troll me on stream. You just give me shit in DMs instead. I think it's called Streamerly. Streamer.ly? No, that's a park domain. What the hell's the damn thing called? Hey, it is Streamerly.tv. That's what it is. I assume it still works. Yeah, it does like TTS. You can have an image and an audio file. Let me log in. Like, the bot's already in my chat, so, like, technically it works. I can't remember how much it costs. Under development. Don't break it, please.
My finger is on the button. Push the button.
I like that I like that the publicly available audios on this are just Preach chat stuff, because this is Preach. Preach's team member who made this. It is fun though. I don't know how to actually do it though. It has a chat bot. It has asset approval. Okay. There's assets manager as overlay manager. Event history, stream sessions, missions, chatbot, streamer variables, flows. I don't know what any of this stuff is. And I don't know if there's any documentation to set it up. But that could be fun though. Oh cool, WoW just put out a story so far. Wait, that's wrong. Oh, full screen.
This city is home to such power. I'll put it to much better use. I've seen you, Windrunner. Always alone, pushing everyone away to embrace the hunt. Inevitably, the void consumes everything. I'm coming for all of you. You mortals are the most wrathful creatures in existence. Your hunger for violence is insatiable.
This stops now.
The repairs have been more challenging than expected. The costs alone
are irrelevant. You gave it to the ethereals?
It is time. Come, Lord Demencius. Come feast upon this universe.
I mean, I remember all this.
Who will devour all that exists?
You broke my dark heart, Illyria.
You. No. We need her.
We cannot trust her!
I'm not asking you to trust her. I'm asking you to trust me.
We did it. Demencius is gone.
Wait!
You... What did you do?
I kept my promise. Together, we vanquished Demencius. And I now have all I need to claim what is mine. I will take everything you love. For 100,000 years, I have planned for this moment. Let the way be opened to my prize.
Ba-bam. Yeah, I don't have anything to add to that. I just want to see. Like, I remember all of that. That's fine. Nothing scary happening at all. That was cool. Dun dun dun, exactly. We need that as a sound button. Oh yeah, I was looking at. Oh god, I just closed the window because I was looking. I got distracted by the wow thing. Where's the other one? So how does this work? Can I add this to the stream easier? So that's the extension. I can upload stuff. Where's the TTS stuff? Oh, I wonder if I can add the extension. Streamer. Wait, which streamer? Go to Stream Manager. Extensions. Is it here? Streamer. No. That doesn't help. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, it's called Streamerly. Why is it not? Maybe it's not got public access yet? Maybe you can't use it yourself? That's a shame. Yeah, I don't have it. I do not have it. I didn't realize the Elden Ring Night Rain one was still active. That's been active since like, what, February or April? Amazon reveals Pokemon Pokopia pre-order bonus. Ooh, you get an aloe vera tree for your house. I don't care. I'm going to buy the game, but I don't need a silly in-game item like that. But Potokotopia comes out soon, right? 5th of the 3rd. Oh god, why is everything coming out around the World of Warcraft expansion? Marathon's coming out. Pokotopia's coming out. And time for all these video games. Well, actually, all I have right now is time, but you know what I mean. Wait, I have power-ups and stuff? What the hell are power-ups? Why is there loads of new stuff on the dashboard that I've not been paying attention to? Oh, because you can make emotes big and stuff. Okay, that's been around for a while. I guess I haven't clicked on anything. Oops. Anything else? Moderation, alerts. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't need alerts. Okay. Well, it's a shame that Streamerly doesn't work. It is a shame. Maybe we'll have to figure out something else. I did find, if I can find it now, I did find a cool example for like a camera board and stuff. Going to eat curry. What kind of curry? Like Indian curry? Japanese curry? Thai curry? You can't just say curry and lurk. Well, he's already gone. Yeah, I did find this cool. Indian, I normally pick a random one, but really craving a tikka. I get the same curry every single Friday because it is like a capstone of my week. If I go to a restaurant, I get a different curry. I appreciate it. But yeah, I found this is a really cool example. We haven't got any other good types here. Oh, but you can make your own curry. I didn't know whether you were cooking or takeaway. If you said takeaway curry, I would have assumed Indian, to be fair. Yeah, look how cool this is. Like, this is a cool kind of effect. This is currently the most interesting inspiration I found. It's a little too sparkly, but it's pretty damn close. Like the like flamey, voidy stuff is cool. But I don't know how to make that stuff. I'd have to learn. Which, you know, I could. That's really neat. Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah, I have no idea either. Yeah, we try to do 3 or 4 new recipes a week, but I can't be asked. Go enjoy your curry, my friend. Thank you for popping by. I need to make a lurk emote. To be fair, I need to give my bot a sub so that we can do lurk stuff. Because it's not hard to do, it's just the emote won't show up. Yeah, that one. Still need to animate it. Yeah, I played with it. It didn't look that good. I need to, like... Brain can't figure out the fog shadows. It's... Other than the test I did. I don't remember the test you did now. I think it looked pretty cool. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Can I do so many frames with Twitch emotes too? Yeah, I think you can get 60 frames, I think it was. 50 or 60. I think it's that much when I've messed around with it. But obviously depends on how many like the less frames you can do it in, generally it's going to look more reactive, right? And look fun. If you get that nice balance between choppy and smooth, you end up with a little like boop, boop, boop. Like even your Arrival one that you use, I think it's just Twitch animated, isn't it? Like it's that kind of thing. But that's the next thing, is like nailing down all of the various elements of the channel. Because I need to, like, I haven't opened my logo since the last time. Have them vanish real quick with a little poof cloud. Yeah, I mean, I think I haven't thought about this for a while, so this is off the top of my brain. I think it would probably be like character, like, mischief there, and then like a poof, and then just like, but into like the poof is just like the shadow appearing, so that then it's just like and all you can see is just like the 2 eyes peering back. But I guess I don't know whether you'd want a quick poof at that point of smoke, quick puff of smoke. You kind of want it like, you'd kind of want, I guess what you want is at the slow mode, you kind of want Chief there in whatever form, and maybe she starts a little higher, I don't know, whatever, so there's a bit more, and then it's kind of like it's her slinking and the smoke like coming in, right? That's the thing, and it could be quick, it could be slow, but the ending point is just the glowy eyes. But yeah, I'd have to play with it. I mean, I have actual Clip Studio now as well, which helps, so I can actually like chop out stuff again. Because I forgot that it was on Clip Studio. But yeah, it's definitely on the thing. I've also toyed with the idea of just really badly drawing / mocking up every emote that I think of, and then just putting it live. just because. So I don't forget them more than anything. But yeah, I need the logo and the color scheme and the kind of like general gist of the channel I want to figure out. Just because it's fun. I enjoy branding more than anything. I don't even think, like, you don't need any of that shit to do it, but I do it this way because she looks so cute just peeking. Yeah, I think that's a good, I think you can definitely do it from where it is now, to be honest. Because she's just slinking into the shadows, so I don't think it needs to be anything else. It's just having the end state of her actually slunk into the shadows. And it also doesn't necessarily need to be animated. If it's not really working, we could just do like the eyes one, with like a subtle outline in the shadow. Because there's plenty. I mean, there's plenty of options to animate various ones. And I need to stop telling you which different version of eyes you. We nail that down too. What happens when there's too many gaps between doing stuff? I'm just like, oh, this new idea I like. She's very cute. The pet emote is my favorite, just because you did the tentacle so magically that he looks like super cool, and the colors really pop. Which is also what made me think of the color scheme of the channel. I do like the richer purple stuff. I think there's, if you the texture they use in WoW. Can I get it on WoW? I don't think I can, but the texture behind, I think they do it in Devourer spec now. Behind the Devourer spec like bar, the purpley bar, and the one they use for Shadow Priest, both of those are really cool like color palettes. I don't think I can find them though. I don't even remember what the priest one's called. Is it Madness? Madness bar? I don't even know. Shadow Priest. Well, Insanity, isn't it actually? Sanity bar? Bar texture. Find it. Hey, oh god, so many ugly things. That's not what I'm after. I love the blue void color. Do you mean the more bluey one, which is like the mount? The what's it called? I was gonna say dragonfly, not dragonfly.
Yip,
What
yip.
are they called? What are they called? Not dragonfly. They are dragon hawk. Dragon hawk. Is that it? Is that what they're called? My brain's not working properly. I got so knee deep in my sock knitting, I forgot the time. Well, you're here now. That's all that matters. And thank you so much for arriving. I just realized the lighting's quite different in this picture because I changed it. Can I find the texture? I don't know how to, because making it bigger would be a lot easier to display, but Hawk tarantula? No, I don't. You don't need to remind me about massive spiders. That's fine. No, I think it's dragon. I could just Google it. I don't know why. I'm sat in front of a thing. I could literally just open Google and look at it. Have fun, Tom. Yeah, they are dragon hawks. I'm not crazy. The void one. I mean, I can also log into game for this one. Yeah. Just so we're all on the same page of what's being spoken about. It is this thing. This is the blue void that Tuff was talking about. Miri! Hey, Miri. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're well. Yeah, so this is the bluier void. And I think this is a bit more like galactic void, I guess. And the purpley is often, well, I guess pink. It starts to get pinky when it starts to go into like eldritchy void stuff, at least in WoW. But yeah, I don't know if I can find the bloody texture for the bar. I don't know how to find it. I think look on Devour spec and see if I can get that way. Like a rotation. Basics, maybe? This is not helping me, to be honest. But yeah, whatever. I think it's the Shadow Priest one I like more anyway. Yeah, something like that. Basically to give stuff a bit of a texture. Like I'm very likely when I design stuff to go quite simple, like either flatter textures and stuff like that. But that's mostly because I suck with color. Like I used to do art as a kid. I used to draw a lot. I used to do all kinds of stuff. Couldn't paint. Could not paint. Like, obviously, if I put in enough work, definitely could have turned that around. But that didn't come naturally to me. Drawing and stuff came reasonably naturally. Being, like, crafty was fine. But yeah, like, I remember art classes, they'd be like, oh, paint this scene. And it would just be like a mess of color. It would be... There was nothing that, like... There were other people in my class. It's not to say that, you shouldn't put effort in and stuff. But it was definitely, like... aptitude some people have, and versus other people, mine was not color. Never really has been. But that's probably like I also like I have a with the job I've had for the last decade, I now also have a massive gap between what I am imagining and visualizing, because I can see stuff in my head like one to one. I can like generate it. I cannot make that come out. Because I don't the practical part of it, I don't have for the elaborate side of stuff that I like. If I have a starting point, I can tend to get there. If I'm going from a blank slate, I can't tend to make it happen, but I can take, which is why I ended up in the job I do, right? Which is often visualizing and briefing rather than giving me a blank piece of paper and making me draw a picture. Yeah, it's a shame I can't find that bar. Because it has a cool bar. It has a cool texture, but I can't see it. But yeah, I'd like to bring some of that stuff into the stream, into the bars and the banners and all that kind of stuff, so it's a bit more fun. I gotta figure out this whole... I keep wanting to call it Magitech because of Final Fantasy, but the arcane punk or whatever it kind of is. Arcane punk, to me, in my head, that's more cyberpunk mixed with that, but the arcane punk is just technology and magic. Particularly well defined either. But I like the idea of, like, I guess... You know the marathon art style? I think we talked about this the other week. Like, I think the marathon art style, whatever that is, was heavily inspired and in partial elements stolen from another artist. Until they reached an agreement, which I believe Cyberpunk told me. I think that mixed with more fantasy elements rather than the hyper techno stuff. I think that's where the middle ground is that I like. Because basically, my likes are fantasy, magic-y, eldritch-y stuff, and with a hint of... which I think could come up with something really unique and fun, but not there yet. And, going deaf in one ear on Friday night /morning.
Oh my good lord.
upgraded and my stream started up again. Yeah, going deaf in one ear has put me out of sorts for the last few days. Because apparently the human's body is dumb. Where's my Eldritch Cyberpunk? Exactly. Like, I really like the what's it called? The stinger that we have at the moment, like the scene. When I change the scene, do this, like, do this stuff. Oh, it doesn't do it from there. It'll do it when I go back. Yeah, like that. I love that. Unfortunately, the artist was not taking commissions or doing custom work at the time, and now they appear to have completely disappeared. At least off Etsy. I don't know if they exist on other platforms, but they're not making anything else and putting it on Etsy. So I'm like, no, there's just no random chance of me finding something else cool from that. But like, I think I like that quite a lot. It's hard to define. I always feel a bit stifled as well because I'm not a millionaire, so I cannot just pay every incredible artist in the world to do stuff. And I don't like half-a-jobbing things. And I don't have the personal skills to do it. So it is a conundrum, but a fun one. Could be. There are worse things, like going deaf in one ear. Is there like more wet tech? So you harvest Eldritch beings to use for fuel for our super tech? Oh yeah, I haven't really, to be fair, I haven't really considered the universe. The most of the universe that I have, like, where this is all connected is in the lore channel on Discord, where I figured out, like, who Selene is and the whole, like, deity behind the sort of wolf stuff in the channel. The werewolf shit. Like, that's as much as definition we've had. Mainly because, like, you know, it's kind of like a cult stuff going on, and, you know, all sort of gods and stuff. And I like the idea of the moon goddess because there's a dark side to the moon and all that kind of stuff. I think it's fun. That's as far as it's got. The whole tech stuff, I'm trying to think of how you'd incorporate that. How's your hearing, by the way? I went for an ear exam today, hearing test. It is significantly degraded in my right ear. I have no hearing there, to be blunt. He was actually like, you know, the chances of recovery are, you know, entirely dice roll, essentially. I'm healthy, so the chance, you know, that gives me a better chance, but there's no path and available sort of treatment that would definitely fix it. It is purely if the steroids for the next few days. I've got like 3 days left of these steroids, and then just my body needs to figure its shit out, basically. Did they find the cause? There is no cause. That's a fun one. It is called SSHL, basically sudden hearing loss. It's not particularly technical, but it is a random thing. It is just often, like, there's not been a proven causality yet in the science. I think the closest and most common stuff is you know, stemming from some kind of infection or virus, but there's not like enough data to say it only comes from that, for one, and all that kind of stuff. And also, I haven't had a virus or anything like that. Sounds like the shrug doctors give when they don't have an answer but need one. It is definitely a bit of a catch-all situation. The doctor I had today was actually really lovely, and everything I've read about SSHL matches up with what I have. So there doesn't seem to be for lack of trying anything, right? But this is like I will have an MRI within the next few weeks to check it. Just make sure that there is nothing beyond my ear canal that's not, you know, lining up or whatever. Steroids are there to obviously reduce any inflammation that I might have. there's hints that your stress could kind of cause it a little bit, but like, and obviously I have been stressed, but I didn't think I was that stressed, and that could just be a random thing. It's total hearing loss, no chance of a hearing aid helping. So that is the thing. After time has passed, the chances are I will not get my entire hearing back in my ear, no matter what happens. Like, it will not get back to 100%. Whatever I do get back, if anything, hearing aids will be the next step. And he said that there was no issue. Hearing aids, you know, they've come a long way in recent years and all the rest of it. So like, there is a path. So I'm less worried. One, there's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do. I didn't do anything, so I have no regrets, right? So I didn't like go to a metal gig and stand next to a speaker for 6 hours and like lose my hearing and then be like, well, that was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. I don't have that. Literally, the timeline of events was I had a regular Friday. I went to bed at 3 a.m. to watch an episode of anime before I went to sleep, and there was some ringing in my ear when I laid down, and I was like, oh, that's weird. I'm sure that'll go away in a minute. And then after watching a 20-minute episode of anime, I could not hear anything out of my right ear. That was it. That is entirely the traumatic event. So it just went, and I was like, well, you know, and because I tried, like, you know, I tried the like the whole like, oh, maybe it's, you know, wax. Have you had tinnitus before? No, I fucking have it now. I've had zero. I haven't even had an ear infection since I was probably like a baby, like a small kid. I don't remember the last time I even had eardrops. So I had very, very good hearing. Like very good hearing. So it's very bizarre, but as everyone is saying in chat, like, stress do things. Yeah. Should really stop being stressed, but you're all stressing me out. I mean, you're fine. You're fine. But yeah, it's not like it's not bad. Like every now and again, I get a bit like fuzzy from it. But I'm also on steroids, so like I don't know if that's entirely anything to do with this, and more that I'm taking steroids which make your body go into overdrive. That has a lot to do with things. But like it's nothing major, and also I'm sat at home, so it's fine. Have you experienced anything else with in-ear balance, etc.? Not really, no. Like mildly, jumping out of bed really quick did it to me last night or the night before, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna get something or whatever, and I jumped out of bed and I'm whoa, but I was like, that would probably have done that anyway. No, there's no significant balance. I'm not like walking into door frames or stumbling or anything like that. No more than I ever would do. It is very strange, I will say that. It's one of those things I kind of wish I didn't know existed and also didn't get, but in a way, there are certainly worse things that could happen. It would also, the other part of the stuff I've read, it is like it was something like 90% or around there of like people only ever experience this in one ear. And I was like, thank Christ. Like one ear I can deal with, all right? I assume they check for, yeah, my ears are like clean as a whistle. There is absolutely nothing in my ears. There is nothing to do with my ear canal. There's no damage to my eardrum. Nothing like that. It is absolutely within my face rather than the ear itself. When is the MRI? I do not know. They will book it in, but that doesn't happen the day that I'm at the doctor's. I can't remember. I've got to go back in to see him in 6 weeks, I think. And I think he's basically like, before you come back, you will have an MRI, is essentially what he said. Because he was asking me if I could take my piercings out, and I was like, he looked confused, and I was like, no, I'm just trying to remember how they come undone. Because like half of my piercings in my face I haven't taken out for about 15 years. So I'm like, yeah, I'll probably have to lose the little top ring I've got up here, because it's just a pain in the ass to put back in. too worried about. Everything else I can, like my tongue piercing's never been undone since the like week after I got it. So I'm gonna have to get some grippy latex gloves to undo that with, but we do what we gotta do so I don't, you know, go in there with a bike chain. Just go back to a piercing shop and get it to put back in. That's true. That's true. Could do that. Are all of your piercings surgical steel? Like, in theory, yes. And obviously they don't set off like magnets or even, but you know, just for the, because all of mine are very like here, I don't have any like hidden anywhere that are in awkward places, just because of where they are and how easy they are really to get out if I want to, I'll just take them out. I've seen far too many medical drama shows and clips that I do not need to just consider that as an option, you know? Like, what do I know? The magnets could evolve while I'm in there. Yeah, let's not have a final destination. Yeah, exactly. Brothers just sent me a fucking sign language gif, like, I better get some practice in. A colleague found out he had metal shrapnel in his arm by having an MRI. Yeah, see, that's awful. Thankfully, there was a very slim chance that I have any foreign object. Having not been to war or working in any kind of industry where I'd get slivers of metal stuck in me or whatever. So I'm good. And, you know. It came out clean apparently, but it was very surprising. Yeah, I mean, I imagine most people that kind of stuff wouldn't be particularly like, it would be just go under the dermis, right? And then just be stuck there. So it probably just came out with a bit of a sting and it'd be fine. And obviously if it was small enough they didn't notice it was in there. There's one way to get clear, right? You know? But yeah, it's very weird. It is essentially it reminds me a bit of the like fibromyalgia stuff, which is fibromyalgia is like your body's in pain. There's no way of knowing exactly, at least hopefully for the true cases, not the bullshit ones, of course. But there's no way of knowing really why you're in pain. We just have to stop you being in pain when you are in pain. There's no cause, you didn't do anything wrong, right? Versus the same kind of thing with this. Like, there's nothing you can do. But, you know, it puts me at ease in that sense. Because, you know, I can't do anything. I can't regret anything. All I have to do is look after myself. And I can fly. The doctor even joked, like, there has been studies on, you know, like pressure. He was like, you know, maybe you'll be lucky. maybe your ears will pop on the plane and it'll actually help. And I was like, look, I will fly every single day if that's a chance. But no, so like, that's good. So it's not really restricting me in any way. In terms of like day to day, there's a lot of like tinnitus here, like a lot. I don't know how much.
The gravedigger.
Oh wait, that actually worked. The ducks actually worked for the first time ever without me doing anything. Thank you, Jack. I forgot how much they run across the screen. Stress is a lot to answer for because stress can suppress your immune system, which makes your immune system ramp up to compensate, and then it never comes back down. Yeah, absolutely. I have been like, I mean, I didn't think I was stressed. Obviously, I was stressed. That's pretty, like, you know, I lost my job. Like, that's pretty normal. But I did just kind of, like, pump the brakes on literally everything the day this happened and was like, okay, I'm going to eat like shit. I'm going to just play video games and not think of, like, just not worry about stuff. Try. Make sure I'm doing the most I can, you know? Because, you know, thankfully I'm in that position. I need to find a job, but I'm not in the case where I'm, like, destitute at any one particular moment. So I'll rest for as long as I can, and hopefully we'll see some progress. The difficult part is having absolutely no idea when or if it will improve. The other thing that I'm curious about is I think that like if it ends up being that I need a hearing aid, I think that a hearing aid would help the tinnitus, because I will technically be hearing stuff, so my brain won't be shoving so many weird signals to that side of my head because it's trying to make up for the loss of hearing. Because if it was like dead quiet here right now, I honestly wouldn't have too much of an issue with any of it, outside of the inconvenience and the depth perception of sound and stuff, and like location awareness and things. Because it's not that bad, but like the tinnitus is really annoying in like when there's like loud traffic or, you know, like running the shower and stuff. Left or right ear again? If it's the right ear, car drives with me, it'll be awkward. It is the right ear, so I don't have to listen to you quite as much. Although I will say, like, it's funny how quickly your brain starts to like compensate for it. Because I don't, like, if we're talking at normal volume, I don't really miss too much. Yeah, it definitely does that. Like, there's lots of FM radio static going on when it's trying to like figure stuff out. But they did a test today, and honestly, the test is a little hard to do with tinnitus because there was numerous times where I wasn't sure if I was hearing something or if I'm already hearing something because of the tinnitus stuff. So obviously they're not entirely accurate to the degrees of like loss of hearing or current hearing, because I'm sure I was like, sometimes I wasn't sure if I was pressing it because I was supposed to be listening in this ear or this ear. So like, yeah, it all I needed to know was, I know I don't have hearing, but all the test needed to really determine was, has hearing, doesn't have hearing. So I wasn't really worried about multitudes and degrees. He said it was pretty bad on my right ear. Redeemed name generator. What did you try to click? I don't know. Whatever, you lost 200 points. I don't know how you get them back. Yeah, it wasn't bad, although there was definitely one or two frequencies that he went. I thought my head was going to explode, which was interesting. But I don't like it. Like I said, it's not in my life. It's not like if I completely lose my hearing, and obviously this is before hearing aids, it's not causing me the most issue. Like I can play like Overwatch and use headphones and do all the rest of it. I obviously just like monoed my phone headphones so that I hear everything from my left ear. It's not like, there are so many worse things it could have been, guys. Like so many worse things. So like I'm thankful in that sense. I'm looking at the positive side of it that way. So hopefully, like, it'd just be interesting to see what happens. Hopefully it recovers enough for the tinnitus to at least go away. Hearing aids are really good these days. It's basically just like Bluetooth headphones. Yeah, he was saying that like they're really good and you can like hook into basic, I guess, anything Bluetooth, right? So that's fine. The fact that there is like a hearing aid future, like there is a path if this doesn't do anything and I end up getting hearing aids, okay, well there's something there. If the story today was, oh no, like you're never going to hear out of that side of your head ever again, I probably wouldn't have been streaming because I'd have been much more distraught. But because there is a path forward, whether it's to recovery, which we're gonna, you know, roll the dice every time, every day, see if we do better, or it goes down the hearing aid choice. And I think, like I said, I think the tinnitus will stop somewhat if like I get like a hearing aid on that side, if I end up needing it, right? I think it will definitely go down quite a lot, because a lot of the noise that's coming here is when there's noise coming in this side. It's not, if I shut off, I mean, I can jump back. Like there's like a bass, sort of a bass static that I can hear, but also there's, you know, I can hear the fans on my computer and stuff. But it's not that bad when there's no sound. It's worse It's worse when there's sound, and obviously it's worse when there is loud sound. The thing I've noticed the most is like, you know, washing dishes while I've got like you know, a podcast or something on. Like normal volume on my phone, like that I usually listen to, I can't hear it because it's like there's too much noise to decipher through. But I'm like, that's a small thing. At worst, I can just put a headphone in my left ear. Like, I can get around this. It's potential lifestyle changes in the meantime, and who knows, in 6 weeks, 6 months, I don't know however long this takes, it might return enough that I don't really care about it. I'm just a bit, you know, talking my good ear, not my bad ear type thing. But yeah, I'm not like, I'm mostly positive about it because again, there is nothing I can do. And I still have use of all of my limbs, most of my body, and one other ear. Yeah, it's very bizarre. It's one of those rabbit holes I don't want to go down because I'm like, okay, so if I can just randomly go deaf, what else can happen randomly just on a lovely Friday? Like, let's not do that. There are some things left better to be ignorant towards. You can randomly develop the human variant of mad cow disease? Really? To be fair, I don't really know what... oh, I see. Because it's so close to something I guess we have that you can just accidentally make it. Yeah, I can get that. Oh, there was a shop rotation in Overwatch. Ooh. Oh, it's the college stuff. Is it the college stuff? No, the princess stuff. Prince and princess stuff came back. Okay. We're not going to see anything. I mean, tomorrow's the Overwatch... what's it called? The Overwatch Spotlight. So that'll be the cool stuff. I also, to be fair, I also have always been good at, like, ignoring background noise. Which has saved me, I think. Playing video games from, like, Game Boy with, like, repetitive, you know, very, very short loops of music that you eventually just, like, they just disappear. I'm never someone who, like, gets bothered by that stuff. Definitely helps. I think this would probably be driving people who are more sensitive to that up the fucking wall. So I'm thankful that my brain's good enough at that. And I don't honestly notice it that much. And sleeping, thankfully, I mostly at home sleep on this ear. So it muffles sound going into it anyway, which is important because I listen to stuff when I'm going to sleep. Like, you know, I put a stream on, just like a chill background noise. And if it was the other way around, I literally wouldn't be able to hear anything. So I'd be driving myself up the wall with tinnitus, and I wouldn't be comfortable, and I wouldn't be able to hear it. So, like, I for which ear it was, I rolled the dice correctly. Primary cause of people's okay. That's mad. I don't know anything about that. To be fair, I don't know a lot about mad cow disease other than the name is hilarious. Because it's such a well-known name, but I have absolutely no idea about what it really is. Yeah, I will say though, I was I'm very impressed with everything that happened, really. Like, I called 111. I say everything. There was one thing. I called 111 at like 9:30 on Saturday morning after I woke up and my ear had not changed. I was like, oh, you know, remember, I just need to sleep it off. I can't, it's 4 in the morning. What am I going to do? They booked me in to out of hours GP, basically, near it, like where A&E is. I went there. spoke to a lady at the desk that I was told to go to, and I said, hello, I am here. Where should I go? Like, where should I sit or wait or whatever? She was like, oh, I've marked you as active. Go and sit by like the A&E reception. The nurse will know where you are. And then I was like, okay, sure, fine, not a problem. Went through, obviously, I'm now sat in A&E, which is a relatively busy area. It wasn't very busy on Saturday, but it was relatively busy. I sat there for like 45 minutes after my appointment because I was like, look, this stuff is always backed up. Not really a problem. I'm not worried about waiting. But I was like, okay, we got to like 40 minutes and I was like, okay, this is probably like, I should just make sure that I've been booked in properly, or just make sure that they know I'm still here, because literally I can't hear out of one ear. If someone's whispered my name somewhere and they haven't shouted loud enough, there's a chance I just missed it. So let me just double check. And then the lady at reception at A&E looked horrified because the other lady hadn't told me to do half the things that needed to do to actually get properly booked in and therefore be seen by someone. So basically I was waiting 40 minutes for nothing, because nothing would have happened. Like nothing. I just wasn't booked in. Because I hadn't signed in. I didn't have like the wristband with my details on and all that stuff. That I've never been to A&E either, so I didn't have any like context. Thankfully, the lovely ladies at reception at A&E did everything, sorted me out, got me signed in, got me set up, got me booked in, and I probably only sat there for another 20 minutes, maybe, before I was seen by a doctor who was lovely. And, you know, he's a GP. It's general practice. Like, they got to deal with everything. So he's, you know, pulling out his probably not recently used hearing test stuff, giving it all a fresh coat of covers and all the rest of it. And he did a hearing test, read up on all his documentation to make sure he knew what he was doing. And honestly, fantastic, because he did the test, confirmed essentially I can't hear out of one ear, and called ENT immediately, got me booked in for today's test, and ENT were like, start him on the steroids. He got me a prescription, got it sent through to Tesco, which has got a pharmacy in it. You know, within an hour I was back home with steroids. You know, and I went there today, and because he didn't, like, my doctor wasn't, like, the doctor I had today obviously didn't know all the details. He had loads of research up, bless him. He had like, you know, we could do this. But he didn't know that I definitely got like steroids and what dosage. So like, he was like, oh, well, you're already on steroids. So like, we don't need to go through this because this would be what I suggest. But you know, you've already got there. Basically, it was injection steroids instead of oral steroids, because there are studies that show that also helps, but realistically there's no consequential evidence that one or the other is any better. One's just more invasive, which is the injections. He's like, you're already on oral steroids, there's no point in swapping to these other ones. It's not any different. It's just like, we could try, which, you know, it's fine. So yeah, and then we just talked. He was very honest. He didn't like sugarcoat anything, and I got all the answers that I needed, really. So like I said, it was a very, like, for all of the problems we definitely have with our dreadfully underfunded healthcare system, which is unfortunately very common in place in a lot of countries now, they were all lovely and they all did a good thing. And, you know, I'm not a woman with woman issues, so I had a big leg up on getting listened to, right? Was he a little moosed about it? Steroids are the right first step. The unfortunate thing, I guess, is steroids are the only step in this scenario. Because it's like, come on, body, sort it out. Stop being a dick. You know, and obviously, unless the MRI comes up with something. But even he was like, this is just standard protocol to do an MRI to check on everything. But I doubt there's anything there. It's not a really common thing. Like, okay, now we'll do an MRI and we'll find out the real problem. Like, it's probably just the same thing. It's mostly just to make sure everything's in order. See, there could be, but that's not why I'm having the MRI. How do we get onto cannibalism? Oh, because of mad cow disease. Probably related to your migraines, just mean you're hydrated and something had a cold, didn't you? Maybe just inflammation. Yeah, I mean, again, I've had tension headaches in various points. And tension headaches, if you imagine how that would connect, I can see the dots connecting. Like, obviously, you know, based on data that is out there, there's not enough data to support that. But from my personal thing, and considering I am healthy in every other aspect, I would imagine it has a lot to do with stress and the stress that causes a tension headache, right? It makes perfect sense. Tension headache or a migraine? It was a tension headache. Migraine, the best way, like a migraine is I just say migraine because it's easier to talk about most of the time. If I'm just saying like, hey, I'm not in work today, I have a migraine, people are like, oh, you sure? Like it's just easier, but it's definitely a tension headache. Because migraines, at least as far as I would describe them, a migraine, like, quite often you'll end up with like light sensitivity, and you generally, like I've had migraines, your head is just thumping and you are just bedridden. Tension headache, I've found, at least in the way that I would have them, or what I call tension headaches, is it's just a pain that does not go away. For a period of time, and then it does. It's not a movement-based, like the same sort of normal migraine-y type headaches. And I looked up a lot, and it lines up with a tension headache. And considering they only seem to happen when I was stressed, you know, ta-dun. Didn't you have a smart water bottle flash reminder you drink? Yeah, I did. I actually am very hydrated every day. I know when I'm not. Like, hilariously, when I go and visit Tough, that day of traveling will be the day that, like, you know, upsets my intake. And so I'll get like that's when I get like, oh, maybe a regular headache because I'm just dehydrated. But no, I have a smart bottle downstairs, but I don't use it anymore because I don't need to. Like, hydration has thankfully not really been an issue because I got it to prove that it wasn't an issue. And actually, I was drinking easily what I needed to drink. So, as long as I'm at home in my regular routine. I do drink a lot, but very useful from fan members of mine. They're really cool. They're a little faffy to start with, but they are useful. I don't drink enough water. I'm aware of this, and I have the ability to do something about it. I do nothing. Yeah, I drank too much sometimes and actually needed more salts. I think I'm pretty good when it comes to hydration, mainly because I can tell when I've not been hydrating properly. I think that's the thing for me. Like hydration, because when I first got tension headaches, having no idea what a tension headache was, it was while I was working at Thunderfall for a year, and it was potentially the most stressful year of my life to date, and hopefully ever again. So that being like tension related, I was like, oh, also the pillow I had did not fucking help. That's another thing, because that's like neck pain, right? So there was a mixture of two things. There was like, I used to get headaches loads, which turned out to be because of the pillow I was sleeping on. I got rid of that, and then 95% of the problem went away, and then I would just get a tension headache every now and again. So like, I solved most of those things. It's also the reason that I don't currently like play games in my room, because I sit on my bed and play stuff, but I've realized that the position that I tend to, you know, relax into is bad for my shoulder. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna stop that now. I bought the house, I'm kicking Tom out soon. So I'll start using the living room and use a sofa and not do that. So Switch games and stuff are just like on hold for then, because I don't want to hurt myself. Yeah, everyone yeet all of their problems away, please. A friend of mine had really bad chest problems, didn't know what caused it. The doctor didn't know what caused it. But they got major medication for it, then realized it went away for a while and immediately came back one day when they lifted the heavy 15-year-old Labrador into the back of the car. Yeah, I mean, the funniest one I know is still a very good friend of mine who could barely walk. Like, I was living with them, my housemate at the time. They could barely walk, and they were in so much pain. Like, their back pain was just ludicrous, like lower back pain. Like, they felt awful, all the rest of it. This probably, I can't remember how long this went on for. It felt like about a week, but it probably wasn't that long. It was probably a few days. But it was one of those, like, they're terrible, like, I don't know if they went to the doctor or they were about to go to the doctor. I'm going to assume they didn't, because I think it would have been pretty obvious if they'd gone to the doctor. It was a guy, so surprisingly they didn't go to the doctor. It turned out he just needed a really big shit. He was just so incredibly constipated that I guess his system was just like, he was just completely backed up and he was just in pain everywhere. So yeah, bodies are dumb. Like, very dumb. Conker was a very chunky Labrador. Yeah, no, he went to, like, we were in an office and he went to the toilet for like 45 minutes, came back like a different man, and that turns out that's what it was. Very funny. Very funny. Yeah, thankfully, I mean, the only digestive problem I really have is lactose. And that's not that bad. There are worse things. AFK for walkies. Back in a bit if you're still live. Probably. I'll go for a little while longer. I'm fine chatting at the moment. Just take lactase. I don't even... I'll be honest. I don't consider mine even bad enough to... nowadays to even need to take something. Like, obviously if I was going on like a cheese binge perhaps, but with the amount of cheese I actually intake or stuff that contains lactose, it doesn't really cause me many issues. I ate like half a bag of mozzarella the other day. Most cheese processed enough that it barely has any lactose. I mean, I deliberately pick it is more expensive, but I deliberately pick the Cathedral City that is 100% lactose free, even though cheddar is mostly lactose free. Because also, the problem with taste palettes is that I used that for a while, for like a long while, because I wanted to make sure I got rid of all lactose to like make sure that was the problem after I figured it out. Now, if I have like regular Cathedral City cheddar, which is supposed to be the same, it tastes different, and I'm like, oh, but I like my other one. So now I just have to buy the more expensive one, even if it didn't really make that much difference from a lactose perspective. Cheddar gives me migraines. See, I would suddenly be like, you know, light bulb moment. That's why I get headaches, but I don't actually eat. I haven't eaten like cheddar in ages. I used to have it a lot. I don't have it quite as much at the moment, so that wouldn't make any sense. My headaches are the only headaches I get generally are 100% stress. You know, my body is stressed. But then I think it's interesting because I've never been really like I've worried a lot, you know, at various points of my life. Obviously, I've been stressed, but I don't think I'd ever been at a point of breaking point as much as like working at Thunderfall for a year was, to the point that like if you imagine like you know you've got a glass of water and like the top is your limit, like overspilling, right? That's the easiest metaphor I can use. I think that year at Thunderfall filled my glass up to a point that it can never go back down from, at least not in, maybe it'll take a really long time. So I think the issue I have these days is my body's tolerance, even if my mind can repress it or ignore it or whatever. I think my body is always a bit more stressed than it needs to be. Very thankful that, you know, when I got taken back over the coatsink side of things, I generally got the chance to stop like being at like that 1000% capacity, right? And I could bring myself back down. So that helped a lot. Absolutely. I haven't been in the same position since then. Chronic stress and a leading cause of health problems. Yes, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, I just never experienced it myself personally until, I guess this was 2023? Yeah, I got, like, told to move at the end of 2023. It was a really nice way of shuffling me around to avoid their own problems. Yeah, so it was about a year there. I was a bit more than a year, but the year was the problem. Tried meditation or yoga? They really help my anxiety in the long term. No, I haven't. That's true. But I guess I guess I haven't done that kind of stuff because I don't really identify it correctly. Because I'm a stupid man. Get a pet, specifically. Fish are amazing for stress relief. It's why hospitals always have them. I mean, to be fair, this is why just going to Tufts and hanging out with Hero is great. I would love to get pets, but don't even mention fish. We're not going to talk about fish. You were going for walkies. Shoo, go away. Okay, your black gremlin murder mitten. Yeah, no, there are no fur babies being added to the pile until certain elements of life have been sorted out. And one of those includes another trip to Japan. Fur baby will find you. Look, I'm not gonna abandon a fur baby if something happened and you know that was how life dealt it, but I would probably get like indoor fish. Like Tough is worried about fish because her dad has like little ponds outside with fish and all kinds of problems are happening with those. But like I would get indoor fish, but also like from a point of view, like I'm gonna get a couple of fish and I'm expecting them to die. Because the thing with fish is you just have to expect them to die. Because fish, much like all the stuff we've been discovering and talking about, they just, sometimes they're like, yeah, no, I'm good. They just like flip upside down and that's it, they're done. YouTuber tanks for nothing. Let's see if I've seen this one. I have seen quite a few. God damn. Nintendo Switch 2 sales surpassed 17.3 million consoles worldwide. And they said it was pointless. Doesn't that make it like the fastest selling console? Like within this period? Let's see. That makes it the fastest selling dedicated video game platform that Nintendo has released. Well, how close is it to something else? Oh, this article hasn't compared it, but I bet it must be pretty close to whatever else. Oh, I haven't seen Tanks for Nothing, but that's really cool, and I'm not going to look at too many of these because I'll just want like these cool setups. It's an amazing walled garden. I love my Switch 2. I think the Switch 2, like the Switch was great. The Switch 2 is where we need it to be. And obviously anything we get beyond that, if we ever see another generation of consoles, is cool. But no, I love my Switch 2. Like genuinely, it's a fantastic little piece of kit. And for someone who generally uses the Switch for being away from home, I don't like because if I'm using it docked into a TV, it doesn't like it's just a regular console. But like I love the going to the hairdressers. That's a point. I need to bring the hairdressers. Going to the hairdressers and getting like my hair dyed because I'm being lazy, and then just playing Switch in the hairdressers for like 40 minutes. It's great. It's fantastic. Or like obviously flights to Japan or flights to anywhere, traveling on a train. Like I love that. I love that I can just pick up my Switch and take it with me. And I like Nintendo games. That's probably the biggest thing. I think if you don't have a love for Nintendo and Nintendo games, then it doesn't really make any difference. But like Potopia, I can net Pokopia? Pokotopia? Whatever the hell. I hate that name. I just cannot get it to sit in my head. That's on my list. They've got the new Fire Emblem. That looks fantastic. There's something else coming out. I've got like 6 games I bought in Japan that are all like Switch. Half of them are like Switch exclusive. I tried having my hair bleached once and it went darker. I don't know how that works. My hair is surprised. I mean, maybe it is now. Who knows? Judging by the way my ear reacted, but my hair has always been. People have been envious at the fact that I can just bleach my hair and it'll be fine. Like, it's really hard to damage my hair. I used to, which is a terrible way to do things. I'm pretty sure there have been multiple occasions that I have dyed my hair black and then bleached a strip of it because I decided I wanted a bit like bleached, and it's fine, perfectly healthy. I have only burnt my hair once, and that was like 15 years ago. I left the bleach on for way too long. But I had really short hair, so it didn't make any difference. But yeah, my hair is generally pretty good. The problem with my hair now is it's really long. And that I actually have to like try and figure out how to look after it so that it sits nicely and stuff, which I don't yet. I'm hoping that it just gets a little bit more weight to it so that it sorts itself out a bit more. Because it's pretty long, but it's not quite long enough for that, because it has a bit of a curl to it. And I should probably just look after it like it's slightly curly rather than straight, but here we are. What's a Dutch braid? So did you say Dutch? Like tough is Dutch, so like it's like a bat signal. The Dutch braid. Oh, it's that one. Yeah, okay. I think Tough may have actually done that while I was sat with them. Just obviously not to that detail. It is pretty long though. Although I definitely I damaged it at some, well, I say damaged it, I probably caught, because I've definitely got there's a big, not a big bit, but there's quite a decent amount here that has broken. But that's probably just through the fact that I wasn't planning on growing it long, so didn't particularly look after it to start with. I say that, I look after my hair pretty well, but I'm also not I'm not the most gentle when it comes to getting rid of knots. I will do my best, and after that I'm like, whatever, you deal with it. It's just hair. I'll be fine. Everyone told me I did not look good with long hair, personally. I didn't care. It was fun. Styling it though, not a clue. Yeah, I mean, props to you, because it's all about how you feel, not about how other people. Especially because other people's opinions sometimes suck. Sometimes it's just because they don't like long hair or whatever style of hair you do. Not even necessarily that they're actually applying it to your face. Styling it, I think my biggest thing at the moment is I've still been styling it with the idea of having it straight. I think as it gets longer, I'm going to have to just deal with it being, I'd say deal with it. It looks quite nice when I get I don't know, the perfect amount of, how it's dried itself naturally, how it's sat, and it just sits there. I'm like, oh, that's actually quite nice. But I don't have that consistently, so I think that I need a bit more length for that reason. And I also remember for people who said guys can't have long hair, they can't have facial hair, they can't do that. Yeah, funnily enough, I don't really agree with any of that. I don't know if you could tell. I still remember the mocking at getting both of my ears pierced at one point. I think I was already 18 by the time my ears pierced. So yeah, no, it's stupid. Guy culture is the worst, and it's also perpetuated by like mothers for some reason, which is very weird. In this case, it wasn't my mother, but it was a mother. Hey, Archangel, welcome, welcome. I need to pee, chat. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Or do, if you need to. It's fine. I'm back. It's women who are most controlling about guys' appearances. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty... Also, because, you know, guys things will be like mocking people, but often they just give up unless you're in that kind of group, I guess. And often they just don't care because they don't care about their own appearance either. But I've never really worried. Like if someone mocks my appearance, friend or not, I don't care. I didn't dress up for you. I also have like a really high widow's peak, which runs in my... I assume must be my mother's family, because my brothers have a different father, but we all have it, and it's all hilarious, because everyone is always like, losing your hair. Oh dear. Like, no, it's just our hairlines. It's not... This isn't us, like, you know, being like, oh, you know, we're trying to hide the fact that we're going bald. Like, no, I just have high widow's peaks. Have done since I was a kid. Which is why it would be really funny if I got a hair transplant. Not that I need one, or I assume I will need one, but like my hairline, like I'd look dumb with the like regular hairline. Hair loss equals less maintenance. I did shave my head during COVID. I've only ever done it once. Because obviously we had no idea how long lockdown was, and it was driving me up the wall. And I kind of assumed, falsely, that if I shaved it then, it would probably be about time to get it cut by the time we could go back to hairdressers and stuff. And actually, I don't look that bad with a shaved head. My head, actually okay when it's not got much hair on it. I think I shaved it down to like a 1 or a 2, maybe? I don't remember. It might have been 0. I don't know. It's on my Instagram somewhere. But yeah, I was like, huh, okay. You know, if I do go bald at any point, I'm not going to be completely upset with this. Helps obviously that I can grow a beard, so I can make up for it. And right now it's like very long. I cut my boyfriend's hair. It's nerve-wracking. When you say you cut it, are you a hairdresser or do you shave his head for him? What level are we talking here? I mean, it's nerve-wracking anyway, because don't worry, my mother used to do it to me, and the guard fell off once or twice. I have had blotches and notches and all kinds of stuff thanks to my mother. Shave the sides and trim the top, but not hairdresser. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, I can understand why that would be a lot. When I used to have shaved, I mean, a long time ago, when I was at uni and I had shaved sides, I used to do that myself. Because, like, I just have like a, you know, like a wall of mirrors and then like shave the sides because I could. I basically started paying for it because I could afford to. it's nice. And I really like. I love my hairdresser. She's wonderful. And she's always a good chat. You know, she's a nice person. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just go back to you and pay you some money to dye my hair every now and again. So long shaves at 70, 80. Yeah, the difference between cost of male and women, male and female. What did I choose to go male and women? Whatever. I'm deaf in one ear. Don't blame me. But yeah, the price disparity is kind of stupid. But you know, generally, there are some reasons for it, but you can compare the simple stuff sometimes, and it's like, huh, okay. That's cool, Cyberpunk. Yeah, I mean, once you've got, like, depending on the style, once you've got it, you can do it again. Like the side shave that I have now, I could do myself for sure. But also, I could go to see my hairdresser and pay. She only charges. To be fair, I don't. She also owns the hairdressers, so I feel like this isn't accurate to how like how it would normally go, because I'm sure she just makes up how much she charges me most of the time. And sometimes she's like, hey, we've had to put the prices up a bit. I'm like, okay, and it goes up by like £1. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. But I think she's never charged me more than like 32 quid, and that was with dyeing. Obviously, it's different. I've got much longer hair now, so I would hope that she would charge me more, even though it's still, you know, a singular black dye. But I don't know. It's nice. She's nice. Support local businesses and all that. But I can obviously, like, with the hair long now, and I did get it cut pretty well last time I saw her, I could just box dye it again and continue. But I got a lot of wispy bits that I would like to get rid of, because that was why I got the sides shaved. Basically, if I can't put a hat on, as in like a cap, and if I end up with like these like friggin' tendril bits that poke out under the hat, I'm done. That's it. I hate myself. So side shave so that doesn't happen. And the model I gave her for my hair was literally from Monster Hunter Wilds. Because I couldn't think of another way to describe how I wanted it. And I was like, I saw this hair like in a video game that doesn't seem unrealistic, that I actually kind of liked, that might be what I mean. And then I showed her and she's like, yeah, I get it. And we fixed it. What was I going to say? Yeah, so today has gone fine. Streaming I thought would be fine with my ear being dumb, but I've been talking for the best part of 2 hours now, and it hasn't really upset me in any particular way. I haven't obviously done this much talking since it happened, so I don't know how my, you know, the vibrations going through my head constantly were gonna make me feel, but it seems fine. Just got this, you know. This is exactly. We just need a little thing that can pop up on stream to do this, because that's what it feels like in my ear right now. Like electrical tendrils. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna do, like, I'm obviously not gonna do it this weekend because I'm still on steroids, but once I'm off the steroids, so maybe not this weekend but the weekend after, we'll do a long dredge stream, and then we'll try and start getting some longer streams in. That gives me a bit of time to recover then. Which is hilarious because I didn't think it was going to be 3 weeks before I started doing longer streams. But whatever, we've still got a couple of months. We'll do that. And I've got some freelance work on, hopefully. So we might be good. Because I really want to play, really want to play Cult of the Lambs DLC. If Fallout does end and they drop, which I do not think they are, if they dropped an not Obsidian. Was it Obsidian? Oblivion. If they drop an Oblivion, but it's Fallout, New Vegas ideally, but 3 would probably get me in because it's been since like 2008, 2009 probably since I played it. If they drop that level of a remaster for a Fallout game, we'd probably just be playing Fallout all the time. Because I played Fallout 3 on a friend's Xbox in our uni house in year two of uni. And all I remember is, I guess at some point I got close enough to what I thought was the end and played until like 7 in the morning so I could see the ending. And then I did all the DLCs. I played the shit out of that game. I don't remember barely any of it, if I'm being honest. The start, obviously, because the start's fantastic. It's a great setup to the actual, like, story. And for some reason, the other thing that sticks with me the most is the various vaults you would find. So, like, the one with the super mutants in it, or super mutant, that you get as a friend, I believe. There's one talking about the Gex, which are the like, Fallout, like, revitalize the world, biome creator type stuff. I remember finding that one. And honestly, that might be it from, like, immediate memory. I'm sure, like, my kind of memory is definitely, if someone talks about it in a video like they have been with the show, and they'll mention something, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. Like, I probably got a lot more tucked away in there, but those things come to the, like, forefront. I remember using the super mutant as an ally a lot, because they had a minigun, or I gave them a minigun, one or the other. And I remember doing the alien stuff that they had. And it was fine. It was fun. I don't remember the ending that I picked. I'd probably remember if I looked up the ending options, but I don't remember what one I ended up. And then New Vegas, I think I played that on PC. I don't know if I have an accurate telling of that though. New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas. See, I've messed it up at some point because it says last played August 22nd, 2016. I played for 24 minutes. So yeah, it would have been whatever was before that. But I don't know if it has cloud saves to oh wait, I can look at my achievements for it. Hang on. We might be able to. Okay, they didn't have achievements for Fallout when I played it. Yeah, I don't think they had achievements back when I played Fallout New Vegas. Unless this is a different copy. This also could not be the copy that I played, and I just never played it on Steam. I don't know where I would have played. Like, I'm sure it would have been PC by this point, and I'm sure if I went PC, it would have been. Oh, can I see when I bought? Can you see when you've bought something? Said it came out in 2010 on Steam. How do I tell when I bought a game? I'm gonna see when I bought a game. Account details. You can't see my screen, right? Nope. Steam. Account details. Purchase history. Purchase history. Oh Christ. This isn't like searchable or anything. This is just going to show me how much money I've spent in like Apex. I'm not looking. We're just going to keep going. Okay, it didn't actually take that long to get to the end. I haven't actually bought that much. So I have Skyrim here, which I bought. I definitely played Skyrim on the PS3, and I clearly bought this because it was on sale and thought I was being cool. Yeah, I remember buying some of this stuff. Wait, is Fallout even here? Oops. Fallout. Fallout New Vegas. Okay, so Fallout New Vegas Ultimate. I bought in 2013. 2013 feels about right because I was at uni, I think. Yeah, that feels about right. I bought Final Fantasy VII on Steam the next year. Rogue Legacy Trials. Fallout 3 Game of the Year I bought as well for no reason. Yeah, then we will start getting to like what I consider my current life. So maybe I did play Vegas in 2013. I can see that. I can see that. So I haven't played New Vegas for, you know, the better part of like a decade. 12, 13 years. So I definitely know some of it, but I don't remember a lot of it. Fallout's always a good time too. But yeah, so there's Cult of the Lamb. Really like to play that. Really like to play that. There is Poketopia is going to be coming out soonish, which will probably be a fun stream thing. If I'm playing a lot of WoW, that probably leak into stream too, but that might be nice to be able to pair up with that. I need to look at getting a dock like a third-party dock so I can use it for streaming. Dragon Quest Remake? I'm not playing the Dragon Quest Remake. I'm certainly not streaming the Dragon Quest Remake because that game's going to be like super long. And also I have enough other games. You're supposed to be playing that. You don't get to like pin that on me. When are you going to get it? Because it's out, isn't it? Is it out? Like properly, or is it still under embargo? Or not embargo? You know what I mean. It's not out. Okay, it's just previews and stuff. I see. I thought it was out for some reason. Wow, I typed none of those words correctly. I don't know if I should get the Nintendo Switch 2 version. I mean, are you also going to buy the Nintendo Switch 2, like Nintendo Switch version? Game saves don't carry over from the console. Have they specifically said that it won't? Also, why wouldn't you just play it on PlayStation? Like, you don't leave your house that much. Is it not on PlayStation? No, it's on PlayStation. Just play it on PlayStation. You have like every console apart from the Switch 2, and you're like, maybe I should get it on Switch 2. Which is a very funny statement. Just get it and actually play it rather than just buy it and have it sat on a shelf, which is what you usually do. Feels like a good Portal game. Yeah, it is. But you also need to be planning to go somewhere for a lengthy amount of time over the next few months, which, as far as I know about your life currently, you're not planning on doing that particularly. So it seems pointless. Just play it over a few weeks and you'll be done with it. It's not like getting a child. You like trains? No, you don't. You hate trains. You never go on trains. You can't just steal Tom Elliott's thing. But yeah, then obviously, like we were talking about games and being useful until Jack interrupted. But I do need to play like while games on my backlog first. Stop pretending. Like, the best thing you can do is play the game that you're excited about rather than trying to play stuff you're not as excited about to get through the backlog, to get to play the game that you're interested in. You'll just end up with a bigger backlog. That's all that happens. Excited enough to pick a game up, just play it. The backlog guilt is stupid, and you know it. Yeah, like, we, sometimes the game's collecting games along the way, exactly. Yeah, we've got Dredge installed. I've got Hades 2, but I think that's going to be a me game, not a stream game. Oh, I do have access to Deadlock. And Roth offered me access, but I actually do have it. So we might try Deadlock on Thursday, just out of curiosity, because I'm obviously doing the shorter streams. And because they're adding Silver on Thursday. And Silver is the werewolf lady. And honestly, the character, like I've got it installed. We can look at the character design because holy crap. I don't know much about the game really at all, other than I feel like it's a Smitey Mowbray, but with more FPS reticule type stuff. But like the character design is actually very impressive. Let's see. Oh, wait, I can already swap. Wait, Silver's already in? I thought Silver was coming in tomorrow or Thursday. Yeah. How do I put this? Oh, update available? Hang on. Wait, we'll update the game first. I don't know why it's wanting an update. Why did it say update? There's no update. Is Steam not... What? The hell? Is Steam, like, not... Why would Steam, that can hook into its own system, have a pop-up saying that there's an update if it can't just tell I've already got the update? How weird. How strange. I also might just do some branding work on Thursday. It's tempting. It's tempting. I would like to do that kind of stuff. The idea of doing a little more streams was I could just do some work. Have some chill music times. But yeah, anyway. The update thing has gone away now. Yup. So yeah, she's just out. Can I go to the sandbox and see what she does? I don't have the right. I don't really know anything about this game yet. I just thought the characters looked cool. There's no sound, by the way. I've just turned it off because I can't bother to deal with it. So I can power up my gun. Okay. I can charge forwards. I think this is like a not what are the lasso things, like the ropes? Yeah. So I can lock someone down. And I've got 4, which is a transformation of some kind. Out, that's a tower. That's I need the creeps to go forward. Ooh, I can do a little flip. That's cool. I don't know how far I have to go to upgrade an ability. I would like 4 to be... I've leveled 4 up twice because I'm in sandbox mode. But like, ow, I'm being shot. I wasn't paying attention. The not having sound is good. Should just stream duck videos. I'm not going to take your unique selling point away from you, Jack. But I like her movement. I want to know. How do I transform into her wolf form? I think that's the whole point of the character, is it not? That's all I was trying to preview. I'll be honest. I can do a little dash and then a kick. That's really cool. I'm assuming it's my ultimate, but I don't know how you charge your ultimate. I don't know how this game works. Can I not fake Wait, can I not fake? Just level everything up. I leveled everything up. I still can't transform. Oh wait, I can. This is my spray. That's cool. The last guy. I like the fact that it's more FPS though than, you know, like smitey stuff, which is a little more MMO combat on it, actually. Does this give me like leech or something? Can I get life back? I think I do. I guess something back. How do I transform? How does this work? Oh, that didn't work. That was bad. I appear to have not understood how she works. How do I see her abilities? Passive. Dealing damage generates Bloodlust. Increase at low health. At max Bloodlust, you automatically cast Lycan Curse. Okay, where's the Bloodlust on the character? Where's my indicator for Bloodlust? I don't know. And I don't know if I can make it happen just by playing the game. Like in the little sandbox mode. Character design looks dope. Yeah. I'll go on the actual character. Yeah, let's do that because I think I'm ever going to trigger this. But yeah, like the character art here is insane. Considering Valve are just like quietly doing this in the background. Like some of these character designs are just excellent. And such a like cool visual style, which I think there's a lot to be said for character design. But like, if you look at like, obviously like Concord was a good example. And I think Highguard suffers from it a little bit as well. Like there's that like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like executive pressure or like demographic broadening to the point that they're like, screw anything. we want something as palatable as possible. Concord was just weird. I don't think the characters are particularly flavorful, but like Highguard definitely suffers from that. Like it's a little better. Apex's character designs are pretty good, but even there, I would still argue that they're quite palatable. But like these are so many wild variants here. And honestly, the way you can tell if character design is good is if after they come out or they are announced or shown, you will see art of them on social media. If there isn't art of a character, it's not resonating with people. Generally seems to be, would you say Sinclair and Mina? Yeah, Mina's great. Like Mina's really cute as well, because I did run around with them all briefly. Like Mina's movement stuff is really cool, and if you hold down sight and jump, she does a little like Mary Poppins float, which is cool. She's got a little pistol, she's like a slash, she turns into bats. What was Sinclair? I didn't even pay attention. Are they in alphabetical order? Ah, yes. Oh, I don't like his animations as much. I think he's a little early still. What does 4 do? What does it do? Like a buff thing? What does that do? Requires target hero. Okay, there's no heroes on the screen. They all have that 50s alternative timeline detective era aesthetic. Yeah, exactly. But I think that's such a having a strong identity. Because I mean, if you're talking about like character design in the sense of like what's done really well and like recently, Marvel Rivals. Obviously, these have like a historic thing to pull from. But with them, it was impressive what they did with the source material and the style they chose to communicate that. That's really impressive. I think Marvel Rivals is quite easily one of the best looking video games, like, for that reason. That I just don't think you can capture. Like, can you imagine if Marvel Rivals had gone Apex or... I mean, even Overwatch to a degree. Overwatch is still very stylized, but like bringing 2D characters into a 3D space like that and then making them try to look realistic in that sense would be awful. And it's what? I think it's like Jump Force, the like fighting game that put all the anime characters into it, but they're all like weirdly 3D. That's kind of what it would look like. But these are, again, this has this like slightly cell shaded, not as like comic book as Marvel Rivals, but it has that stylized look. And I just think that and it's obviously not restricted to just your humanoid shape that is just, you know, generic male, generic female. Here are some bits in between. Like, there's some cool silhouettes in this. Some really cool silhouettes. And that's, I mean, silhouettes is something Marvel Rivals struggles with, to be honest. Because they are locked into characters that exist. So they can't tweak a silhouette because they want to differentiate, right? Not too much, anyway. Yeah, I think he's the only one left? Oh, no, there's the Demon Boy, too. Oh, yeah, and there's Celeste. Celeste looks really cool. I don't think you actually just can't play them. But yeah, the art's really cool. I saw that, I don't know if I can I go into like a map and actually look? I saw there was some really cool stuff like the base art or something, but I don't actually know how the maps work. I think this is just giving me a lane and like a practice range. I don't think I can find a like the base. What does all this do? Oh wait, I have a melee attack on. Oh, I guess it's just punch essentially. Ow. I don't like it. Oh, I didn't realize shift. I didn't realize I have a dodge. That's cool. Oh, that's the little bar at the top. You can kind of rail ride to the front line too. Oh yeah, there's this stuff, right? I don't know what I pressed for it though. Oh, I just jumped to it. Oh, I can do a speed boost. No. That's really sick. Do you vault? Oh, you do. There's quite a lot of verticality in this. I've not actually, I will admit, I have not played a game of this yet because I was going to do it on stream if I was going to do it at all. I just really wanted to see the character design because it looked cool. Oh, here we go. The curse is, it's happening. Hey, there we go. And then I turned into a melee hero. That's great. It's like, reminds me of Gen from Heroes of the Storm. Left click is just like attacking. Okay, cool. So it's an automatic thing, which is interesting. I wonder how much you can actually, like, how much you can meta that and try and, like... But there's also items, right? Like in a League of Legends or Dota or whatever. Because if I remember correctly, this is the creator of Dota 2 just making something new. And I didn't even know he was still, like, working on stuff in Valve and whatnot. No idea what his history was like. But yeah. The art style, I definitely, like, really enjoy. What is that thing? I don't know if I can... Go back to lobby, leave testing. Can I, like, explore the map? Because I really wanted to see what the bases look like. Sandbox mode, bot match, custom match. There you go. Create a new match. Let's go. Sure. There you go. How do I start? Not all players are ready. Ready up. Yeah. Go. Start match. No? Yes? Yeah, there we go. The Hidden King, which is what, I guess, my side. Yeah, so this is like our base. Like, look how cool that is. This is our, you know, our castle that they're trying to siege, essentially. Like, how cool. What a cool aesthetic. And it's all like very like Wicker Man type stuff. Very culty. And I know the other side is, I mean, we can look at the whole map here, can we? Yeah, so different points. Yeah, like these are your towers in League of Legends and Dota and stuff, is what I'm understanding at least. Because they act like towers as well, because they shoot creeps and then shoot you if there's no creeps. But yeah, they also just changed the creeps and stuff. So the creeps are now themed after you returned. Welcome back. I hope walkies were quiet. But yeah, so like the ones that come from the Hidden King are like more like candles and a bit more like thrown together. And then the ones that come from the enemy, I'm gonna die here, are like more like stone pillars and like the architecture is different. Can I swap teams? I guess we could just go... We could do the same thing and just put me on the other side so we can see the other side. Do this, right? Walkies were okay? That's good. That's good. I like how I'm just like, oh, the first time I've remembered that I should raid into Nenny, Nenny is not streaming. Yeah, so here's the other side. So this is the other base, and this is the Archmother, I think you just said. Like, what a cool aesthetic. Like, much more like, you know, put together than the sort of more wickery Hidden King. But yeah, I think we might do some of this on Thursday, just do some games and see how it goes. Probably go terribly, because I imagine this is incredibly complicated versus how it feels like it will be. But yeah, there's a lot of movement. There's a lot more movement than I thought there would be. Looks like they're looping the rails into some story purpose. Originally, they were actually elevated rail tracks, I think. Yeah, I do remember them being... I think now they're like the magic from your respective, like, not hero, but like castle entity, whatever god. I think they were calling them like elder gods. I think these are elder gods or something, or like hinting a lot like that scenario. So I think these are more like godlike abilities rather than just rails, physical rails, now that they're trying to figure out the universe more. But yeah, there's a lot of movement. A lot of movement. And it's all going to be about map knowledge. Like, you can see the map in the bottom right. So it's got the 3 lanes. And I assume, like, hero-wise, there is the classic optimal choices for whatever. I have no idea how the game works in terms of meta and stuff. I don't know how much you can make up for your lack of picking the correct hero by, like, itemizing well and all the rest of it. Oh, I pressed too many buttons at once. It's pretty it is pretty satisfying, and it runs well, which is cool. I'm sat at like 180 FPS, which these days is a novelty. I can level up the first one. So yeah, then I just wanted to go because it was the character design, like, and the fact that silver was being added. And I didn't realize silver is already added, because I'm sure they said Thursday. I assume you can now vote for your next one. Which should probably be Apollo. But it's just cool. It's cool seeing stylized stuff. I will always prefer that to the more realistic. And, you know, just some diversity in character design is fun. And I'm curious how they, like, how far they go with trying to make the universe make any sense, because I don't know if Dota's universe makes any sense at all. Especially considering where it came from. Yeah, Paige is a healer, right? I guess they're going by like keywords, but I don't know if there's any roles in particular. It doesn't like the heart, like the. I guess you'll eventually figure that out, but like it doesn't be like, oh, this is a attack, defense character or whatever. And they don't seem to have categories for them, so they are just all heroes currently. I'm sure they'll slowly filter them a bit so to help people, but no idea what they are really. But yeah, some cool character designs. Sniper Girl's cool. Sniper like ghosty lady. To be fair, she has like full sclera and barely any pupil. It always looks sick. Silver is definite. Silver reminds me a lot of Manda, who's an artist that I follow and buy all the clothes that she releases. It reminds me of something Manda would come up with in Silver. I like Graves too, to be fair. Drifter's cool. And there's just like Billy, the goat. You know, like a goo man. And one's just a lizard. And then this tiny little like Crobat boy. It's cool. It's good. Like, I think that's a big thing. Having like a big variety. Really, really helps. And I guess this is even before they consider like skins and stuff, which I assume will be the main source of income. I don't like, there's no other, like, you just have a select character menu so far, but I'm sure there'll be like auras or trails or weapons, maybe? Just, I guess, skins in general, something like that. It's cool. We'll definitely try at some point. It might just be Thursday. I was going to say Thursday because Silver was being released, but Silver is released, so we'll at least get to do that. We'll try a couple of games at the very least. But yeah, I think I'm going to get out of here for now, chat. I'm quite hungry because the last thing that happened today is I bought 6 lovely white rolls from Asda yesterday. I went to eat them this morning, to start eating them, because I bought 6 because they'll last me a couple of days. They were moldy. Green mold all along the bottom of the rolls. And the best before date was today, which, okay, sure, but like, usually the best before date of bread, I understand bread should go off. That's the first time I've had that in Asda ever? At least this little Asda. Because it's quite a small one, so usually the stuff is not in, like, it's not sat on shelves for a long time. But yeah, so that sucked because I've been having a tuna mayo sandwiches as a nice base before I take, you know, 12 steroid tablets and, you know, stomach liner. So just make sure I've got some good like coating. So I had to have cereal, because I didn't have time, so I'm hungry as fuck now. I'm gonna go eat. I'm probably gonna go play some WoW, and I will be back on Thursday. Like I said, we'll probably play some Deadlock. If Overwatch does anything special tomorrow, they are doing an Overwatch spotlight. If something cool is happening in game, maybe we'll play that. So I hear you're taking 12 tablets. Yeah, I'm on the max dosage of steroids that they can give you. And because they come in 5 milligrams, I take 12 of them. And they taste foul. They're little tiny ones. They're not hard. They're not hard to take, but they taste foul because they start dissolving like instantly. So they're kind of gross. Technically, it'll be 13 tablets because there's also the stomach liner. But yeah, I basically take them and then suck on a Werther's Original for the next 15 minutes to get rid of the taste. And it's been fine. But I've like reduced everything else. I like my caffeine intake's very low. My like everything is like I'm as healthy as I can be while eating. Yeah, I'm eating like sweet food and stuff, but I'm not eating anything too crazy. Yes. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for hanging out, especially while I figure out and deal with all this shit. But we'll be back on Thursday. We'll play some Deadlock, maybe some Overwatch, and oh, I added the hearts back for you, Cyberpunk. Because you're the one who do this a lot. I figured that out before stream went live. Yeah, we'll go from there. We won't be doing long stream. I don't think we'll be doing long stream during next week. Although I don't remember. I go away at some point, so to time this quickly. So yeah, we might do a special stream at some point next weekend, something like that. We'll see. We'll see. Not this weekend, but next weekend. And then we'll start getting longer streams in when I'm back, because I go away on the 17th. We'll figure it out. WoW will be out by then, so maybe I'll just turn on the stream while I'm playing WoW. We'll see. Thank you for redeeming everything and blowing up to both the stream and the chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for hanging out, chat. I'll see you on Thursday. Have a good evening, or day, or morning, wherever you are, and thank you for turning up. Bye-bye.